Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the 2023 Leadership Election Results Night. I'm Emily, I'm from the Guild's marketing team. Elections are an important part of the university experience. Your elected officers play a vital role in holding the university to account and campaigning on your behalf. I'm pleased to say that this year's elections have been conducted with a great deal of positivity and respect amongst our candidates, campaigners, and students. We've seen 3,923 students cast their vote over the two-day voting window, which is a turnout of 12.3% of the student body. And thanks to your votes, we'll also be planting 4,000 trees. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank a number of people that have helped make this election a success. Firstly, to the Voice, Comms, Advice and Activities team, along with all the other staff and volunteers here in the Guild, and also to our student media groups, Expose, Expression, XTV and XTech. Your work here has been invaluable. Hey. A very special mention has to go to our voting mascot, the Vote Goat, who unfortunately cannot be here tonight. We thank the goat for being willing to take on all the hills, all the selfies, and we'll definitely be looking into getting it dry cleaned. To all the candidates and campaigners, your dedication and desire to make change is amazing. Regardless of the outcome of the results tonight, you can be proud of your achievements this week, and I encourage you to take that motivation into your next steps. And lastly, to all of our voters, each vote that is cast strengthens the student voice on our campuses and puts your experience and feedback directly at the front of the university. So thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Mark, and I'm acting as Deputy Returning Officer in this election. The Returning Officer is satisfied the election was free and fair, and our results will be announced tonight. As a reminder, we use single transferable voting system, which is where voters can rank candidates in order of preference. There is a quota, which is the number of votes that needs to be met for the candidate to win. This will be displayed on the screen. If candidates don't meet the threshold, on each round, the candidate with the fewest number of votes is eliminated, and their votes are transferred if applicable. In each of our elections, we have reopen nominations, commonly referred to as RON, who all students could vote for if they didn't feel they could vote for any other candidate. A full breakdown of all the results will be available on our website later this evening, and the results for Department Officer elections can already be found online. The order we'll be announcing our results tonight is Student Living Officer, Education Officer, Society and Employability Officer, Communities and Equality Officer, Sports President, and finally, Guild President. We ask for all attendees to be kind and supportive to all of our incredible candidates, so please be kind when speaking about candidates or when talking about or posting on social media about results. As we announce candidates, please make candidates stay seated. We will invite the winning candidate onto the stage to give a short speech if they wish. I'll now pass back to Emily.
So before we announce the main results, we have a number of fun awards that we have nicknamed the Golden Goats. They've been chosen by Guild staff, and we'd like to give them to candidates for their efforts during the election. So the first award we have is the Golden Goat for Outstanding Contribution to Elections, and this goes to Alex Stanley. The Golden Goat for Most Creative Digital Campaign goes to Manan Shah. The Golden Goat for Most Creative Physical Campaign goes to Matthias Lepira. And the GOAT, Greatest of All Time Engagement Award, goes to Trey Captain Hook Talent. So the first result will be for Student Living Officer, and I will hand over to Izzy.
Hi everyone, thank you for coming. Hope you can hear me. It's a bit tall for me. Hi everyone, I'm Izzy and I'm your Vice President Opportunities. The Student Living Officer is responsible for leading on student living, including finances, student safety, accommodation, and sustainability. The candidates for Student Living Officer are Kavanagh Davis-Holmes, Pip Shaw, and Ron. Reopen nominations. Can we get a round of applause for all the candidates for their hard work campaigning during these elections? And now for the results. In the first stage, the quota is 1,205 votes. The votes cast in stage 1 are as follows. Kavanagh received 385 votes. Pip received 1,850 votes. Ron received 175 votes. This means that Pip has reached the quota and therefore is duly elected your first Student Living Officer. Congratulations, Pip. Unfortunately, Pip could not be here with us this evening, but she is watching live. So, hi Pip, congratulations. Thank you and well done again. The next results will be for Education Officer in a few minutes.
Good evening, everyone. I am Lily and I am your current Guild President. Hopefully by virtue of the fact that you're here, most of you know that, but if not, a useful introduction. Thank you for coming this evening. I'm excited to announce the Education Officer results. This role is responsible for representing students' academic interests. The candidates for Education Officer are Alex Stanley and Ron. Reopen nominations. Can we get a round of applause for all the candidates for their hard work? And now for the much-awaited results. In the first stage, the quota was 1,338.5 votes. The votes cast in stage 1 are as follows. Alex received 2,359 votes. Ron received 318, so not quite enough. This means that Alex has reached the quota, and I therefore can announce that Alex is elected your next Education Officer. Alex, please come up.
That's a relief. Thank you very much. I know that this probably won't be the most interesting election of the night, so I'll try and keep this as short as possible. Thank you so much to everyone that voted for me. I hope that I can repay your confidence over the course of the year. Thanks to my incredible campaigns team, I feel incredibly fortunate to have had so many great friends willing to campaign for me in an election with only one candidate. Thanks to Jack for your advice throughout the year. It's been incredibly helpful, and I'll be sure to take it all on board. And thanks to my family for their support throughout the whole process. I'm so excited to get started as your Education Officer, and I'll do my best to ensure that I deliver the fairer, more accessible Exeter that I promised throughout my campaign. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and well done again, Alex. The next result will be Societies and Employability Officer in a few minutes, and I'll be handing back over to Izzy for that. Thanks.
Hi everyone. The Societies and Employability Officer is responsible for the various opportunities students have within societies, groups, and to improve employability. The candidates for Societies and Employability Officer are Rhys Wallace, Honey Bharat-Samaya, and Ron. Reopen nominations. Can we get a round of applause for all the candidates for their hard work campaigning? And now for the results. In the first stage, the quota is 1,260.5 votes. The votes cast in stage 1 are as follows. Rhys received 1,592 votes. Honey received 750 votes. Ron received 179 votes. This means that Rhys has reached the quota and therefore is duly elected your next Societies and Employability Officer. Rhys, would you like to come up?
Thank you for the very kind shout at the back. And first off, thank you to everyone who voted in this election, to those people who've been covering it. From the sidelines, we've got XTV, Expression, Expose, we've had X-Tech, all on the sound desks. I know what a fun but hard job that can be, so congratulations for doing that. It's been an absolute pleasure and a privilege to campaign against and alongside some truly exceptional and some really lovely candidates. Special thanks for the campaign. Well, Trey, it wouldn't have been half as fun a campaign without you out there alongside us. Emma, Alex, Ella, Meg, G, all the people I've been out standing for days campaigning with. Georgia and Fabia for your help from behind the scenes. Mum and Dad, I know you're watching on the live stream, so thank you as well. I guess the hard work begins now, but that's why I wanted the job. So thank you very much.
A huge congratulations again to Reese. He's got very big shoes to fill. Thank you very much. And the next results will be for Communities and Equalities Officer in just a few minutes. This evening, yeah. I know. But this time I will be announcing the Communities and Equality Officer. So the Communities and Equality Officer is responsible for representing our diverse student communities and advocating for equality. The candidates for Communities and Equality Officer are Karam Usman, Mia Robillard-Day, and Ron reopen nominations. Can we get a round of applause for all the candidates for their hard work campaigning? And now for the results. In the first stage, the quota is 1,236 votes. The votes cast in stage 1 are as follows. Karam received 517 votes. Mia received 1,768 votes. Ron received 185 votes. That means that Mia has reached the quota and is therefore duly elected your next Communities and Equalities Officer. Mia, would you like to come up and say a few words?
Thank you so much, everyone. This is really exciting. I want to take a special thank you to say all the people that reached out to me over this last few weeks, telling me about what you're struggling with at uni. I really want to say that you deserved better, and I really hope that I can make a difference for you this year.
Thank you so much, Mia, and a huge congratulations again. The next results will be for Sports President in a few minutes, and I'll be handing back to Lily.
The Sports President is responsible for representing students' views in the delivery of an exceptional sporting experience. The candidates for Sports President are G. Burnett and Brianna Cummins, and, Ron reopen nominations. How could I forget? Can we please get a round of applause for all the candidates for their hard work campaigning? And now for the results. In the first stage, the quota is 1,397.5 votes. The votes cast in stage 1 are as follows. G received 1,362 votes. Brianna received 1,259 votes, and Ron received 172 votes. At stage 1, no candidates reached the quota, therefore Ron was excluded, and their second preference votes were reallocated as follows. Of Ron's 172 votes, 147 votes were non-transferable. This gives a stage 2 quota of 1,324. After the transfer of votes, G now has a total of 1,379 votes and Brianna a total of 1,267 votes. This means that G has reached the quota and therefore is duly elected your next sports president.
Thank you. I've been very stressed, so thank you to everybody for the last 2 weeks, we want to say. Just thank you for everybody, family, we got to say them, boyfriend, friends, and everybody who's had to deal with me. Thank you. I just didn't know which way it was going to go, so I haven't prepared anything. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, and a very big well done again. The next results will be for Guild President in a few minutes. Thank you, everyone. So now the final results of this evening. Thank you again to everyone for coming and for everyone who has been involved in the elections. It's been fantastic to see so much engagement. The Guild President is responsible for representing students at the highest levels, as well as chairing the Guild Board of Trustees. The candidates for Guild President are Tejas Nagpal, Trey Captain Hook Talon. Yeah! I paused for that, I knew it was coming. Manan Shah, Emma Dasarum, Jack Liversedge, Matthias Lapira, and Ron reopen nominations. Can we get a round of applause for all the candidates, please? And now for the results. In the first stage, the quota was 1,697.5 votes. The votes were cast as follows. Tejas received 221 votes. Trey received 593 votes. Manan received 194 votes. Emma received 1,679 votes. Jack received 257 votes. Matthias received 417 votes. And Ron received 34 votes. At stage one, no candidate reached the quota, therefore Ron was excluded and their second preference votes are reallocated as follows. This gives the stage two quota of 1,685. 0 votes were transferred to Tejas, Trey, Manan and Matthias, so their votes remain the same. After transfer, Emma has a total of 1,683 votes and Jack has a total of 260 votes. At stage two, no candidates had reached the quota of 1,685. Therefore, at stage two, Manan was excluded and their transferable votes are reallocated as follows. This gives a stage three quota of 1,632.5 votes. After transfers, Tejas has a total of 231 votes, Trey has a total of 606 votes, Emma has a total of 1,734 votes, Jack has a total of 264 votes, and Matthias has a total of 428 votes. This means that Emma has reached the quota and therefore is duly elected your next Guild President. Congratulations, Emma.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for putting your trust in me for another year. I want to say a massive thank you, obviously, to my campaign team. I literally couldn't have done it without you. The media teams for making this year like one not to forget, and especially to the £2 meal campaigners, without whom I literally wouldn't have even run for this position. You've given me so much hope. Last year when I came into the role as VP Liberation and Equality, I literally had no idea what I was getting myself in for. And still now to this day, every day is a challenge. To me, the most rewarding part of this job is being an older sister to so many students who have been going through the same problems that I went through and being able to hold their hand. So thank you for letting me be part of your family again. As your Guild President, I'm still going to be keep fighting for climate justice, campaigning for affordable food on campus, obviously, and empowering students to make change that we all need. We do have so much power as students, and I really think that we need radical leaders, and I hope I can be that leader for you. So thank you for voting me for Guild President, and yeah, let's have a little party.
Congratulations, Emma, and everyone who has won their respective elections this evening, but also everyone who's turned up, ran a campaign, supported a campaign, and been involved or interested in any way. It's all of you which make the student movement and student democracy work and be really important. So thank you all for your engagement with the Guild. I'm not actually entirely sure what happens next, but there's someone standing here, so I think welcome Emily to the stage.
I probably should have let Lily finish off because actually what she said was probably better than what we wrote. But yeah, just a thank you to everyone, all candidates. You've worked so hard and should all be so proud of yourself. And I hope you can enjoy some well-earned rest this weekend. Again, thank you so much for everyone who took the time to vote. As you can see, your vote really does make an impact. And thank you to everyone who came along tonight here in the forum, those of you watching online. I hope you all have a great weekend. Please finish all the food because we don't want any going to waste. And yeah, we have the forum kitchen till 9. So yeah, thank you, and we'll see you again next year.